start this. So as you can see here, we do have a Discord and stuff. So if you're not in our Discord, that's where a lot of our links and stuff like that is going to be. And I'm going to put a lot of really good resources in there. A lot of us have spent a lot of time working on this, including Womack back there.
This is fun.
Yeah, it is. I love this kind of stuff. All right, so the basics of a game. Who here knows what the basics of a game are? Don't be shy. Let's hear it. Well, what do you got?
So I got some guesses. So you gotta have some sort of challenge to overcome.
Yeah.
Probably some sort of feedback on whether or not you're doing well.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't think of much else, but.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else? No?
Gotta have a hero.
Yeah. 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 Gotta have some sort of character or something like that.
Yeah, Wordle doesn't
Good.
have a hero.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe it's not even.
All right. So first of all, we need to build the game. So we need a game engine. Does everyone in here know what a game engine is? Game engine is basically what you build your game inside of. So this is going to be Unity, Unreal, Godot, stuff like that. You're going to need some sort of art, because without art, you're just going to have boxes and blinks and weird stuff like that. So Wyatt's over here like, I love you for doing art. Most games are going to have some sort of sound. Don't expect to be able to put sound in your game during this week-long game jam unless you've taken part of game jams before. And then story. You are going to want some sort of story. What is your game about? What does your game say? So these are some of the game engines that you can use. So if you're not super familiar with Unity, you do not have to use that for the game jam. You can use any of these or any other type of game engine that you want. All right. Unity's the one that I'm most familiar with, so that's the one that I'm going to be teaching tonight. All right. So as far as resources, there's several different types of art resources that you can use, such as Aseprite. This is paid, but it's a really good program. GIMP is just as powerful, and it's free. In fact, Ignacio made this little coin right down here in GIMP in like 5 minutes. That's all it took him, is 5 minutes. It's super simple to use, things like that. Blender is a 3D animation and 2D animator. It's also got a ton of different powerful tools in there. It is going to take a bit to learn, so if you do want to use Blender, I would get started now. Photoshop, of course, everyone knows what Photoshop is. And we're going to be posting all of this inside of the Discord. So if you want to take notes, you don't have to, but all of this will be inside of the Discord as well. itch.io. Does anyone here know what itch.io is? Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3. A few people in here? Great. So what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and show you itch.io real quick. I love itch.io. They do amazing things. So itch.io is a completely free platform where you can upload any kind of game, asset, anything like this. Whether it's 2D, 3D, sound, engines, anything and everything you can put onto this website. One of the greatest things about itch.io that I absolutely love is the assets page. This is where we're going to be getting all of our assets for this game. So, let me see here. Hey, where's Matt?
Matt's in the other room.
Matt's in the other room. All right, so this is where I'm going to...
2 viewers? So just making sure. All right, thank you.
Everyone else okay? Anyone else need any help? Please, by all means, if you need help, don't be shy. Speak on up. All right, cool. Moving on. Once we got that done, all right, I'm going to go ahead and close out of that window. Like I said, itch.io, wonderful resource for all kinds of free stuff. Unity does also provide some sort of free assets as well. How you can get there is just go to assetstore.unity.com. and that'll take you to the asset store for Unity. Great resources, a ton of them there. So we'll go more into Unity here in just a minute. All right, any questions on resources as far as art?
Is there kind of like what else was installed before I arrived?
What's that?
What was installed before I arrived besides from the?
We'll go over that here in just a minute. Yeah. So we'll go over everything here in just a minute. So as far as sound for your game, so if you just need a couple of real quick, just little tiny sounds, this is a great way to do that. So for instance, you can just click a button here and it'll just make you a random sound that kind of represents one of them. The same thing for this website, Leshy. Same thing here. If you just need a random sound, this is a great way to find one of those sounds. All right. Again, I will be posting all of this stuff in the Discord here in just a minute, so don't worry. I can hear a couple of people testing it out. Awesome. I love it. Love it. Please feel free to play around with this stuff. Like that is the whole reason that we have it in here. Do we have the Discord open in here? No. Okay, that's fine.
Sorry.
If you do not know, you can open up Discord on any kind of web browser. Might help if I actually,
I've been Discord.
Discord.com.
I think it's .gg.
.gg? Is it? .gg.
Probably the way.
Yeah.
Welcome to gamers.
Yep.
You have to do it.
There we go. .gg. All right. If you just go to Discord and then log in, it'll ask you to take a picture. Or if you don't have an account, you can register for one. Don't hit that QR code because you're going to
Do not scan the QR code unless you want to give your account to him.
Yep. And I will mess with it, so go for it. I dare you. I dare you. Do it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start posting all of these things inside of the resource chat in Discord. So if you haven't been on our Discord, this is our Discord. We have a ton of different stuff in here. Free Assets is a zip folder already in the Discord, so if you did not download it already, that's great. This is where we are going to be picking our theme for the Game Jam. So if you want to vote on the Game Jam, thank you, Matt Grist, for putting up this vote. This is where you will vote for it. We have several different themes, so go in there and vote once we're done today.
If you do vote, do make sure that your name matches your Discord name.
Yes.
We are doing that to basically verify that we don't get crazy shenanigans happening.
Yeah. But, all right, so that's Discord. As I said, as I go through all of this, I'll be posting a lot of this stuff in there. All right, audio we've already done. Come on. Thank you. Storyboarding. Does anyone know in here know what storyboarding is? Kind of, sort of, a little, not really, but oh well.
Isn't storyboarding like that moment where people start to draw out what's going to happen in every scenario?
Yep. That's exactly what it is. So I prefer Kavana because it's the easiest to use out of them. You don't have to sign in, you don't have to log in, you don't have to do anything whatsoever. All you have to do is click on the link and then it goes right there. So I'm going to go ahead and post this into the Discord now. It is in there, so if you want to play around with it, it's there. And as you've seen, I didn't even log in anywhere. And I already have the storyboards right here. There's several different templates. One of probably the easiest template to use, if you're going to use this for the Game Jam, is right here. Because it tells you exactly what kinds of things you should put inside of it. Just draw a real quick picture. What's up, Wyatt?
There's two different racings in the poll.
There's two. Oh, okay.
There's three.
Uh-oh. Matt.
That's my fault. I'll edit it.
Matt, one job. Just joking.
Hey, I'm on it.
All right.
It's not a CS Club event with at least one typo.
I mean, come on. We should have all the typos all the time. All right, so this is the basics of storyboarding. What you would do is draw a basic picture of what you're expecting in each one of these, or you could just write a description of what you're wanting in each one of these. But this is really, really good. Like, it's amazing, and it will help you develop your game a lot. All right, the rest of these websites are pretty much the same, but they're not as quick and simple to use. They take just a tiny bit more time. Like the rest of them, you do have to have a membership with. None of them, all of them are free, so you don't have to pay for any of them unless you want to. All right, who in here has GitHub already? Good, most everyone in here. Good. So GitHub is a website where you can collaborate back and forth pretty easily. Unity does have already collaborative information inside of it, so you can share and collaborate. So if you want to be part of a team, you don't have to be, but you are allowed to be part of a team, up to 4 people per team. All right, Monday.com, I absolutely love Monday. Iggy, did you ever get to play around with it? No?
I signed up.
You signed up? You signed up? So, does anyone know what Scrum development is?
All of you will learn it by the time you graduate. Just warning you.
That look.
We got about a semester left.
Yeah, that look, as soon as I said Scrum development, though, it tells me right there, he knows exactly what it is.
All I've heard is opinions, not what it actually is. I've avoided learning what it actually is.
Yeah, so Scrum development is, it's interesting. But if you're interested in software development, not game development, but software development, this is basically what you're going to be doing is Scrum development. Give me just a second so that I can log in. And Monday will help you with this a lot. And I do mean a lot. Because it's basically got everything that you need in here. Crap, it's not working. I can show that to you later if you need to. You'll finally get some chairs.
Yeah.
I got tired of standing. So this is kind of just an overview of all of the resources that we went over right now. Does anyone have questions about any of these resources whatsoever? I know I've just kind of briefly hit on them, but that's kind of the point of this, is just to kind of give you a little bit of a taste, give you somewhere to click, poke around, learn about stuff like that.
Most of these are free, right?
Yes, most of these are free. Visual Studio, Photoshop, I think, is about the only one on here that isn't. Photoshop and Audacity and Aspire are about the only one.
Yeah, Audacity's free, I've used it.
Did I say Audacity? Oh,
Yeah, that's it is free.
yeah, okay, yeah. All right, so who knows what the parts of a game are? What are the different parts of a game? What's included whenever you have to make a game?
Coding?
Coding,
Yeah, you have to have graphics,
all right,
audio,
all right.
controls.
Yeah, there's quite a bit that goes into making a game. So how about what platform you're gonna play on? So PC, Mac, console, the theme or the setting.
What is it about?
Exactly, that's what that is. The story. So you need to have some sort of story. It's going to be a very bland and boring game without a story, right? First time experience. So basically what this is what is the first part of the game that your player is going to use? The engine. What kind of engine are you going to use? Are you going to use Unity? Are you going to use Godot? Are you going to use Game Maker? What kind of engine are you going to use? The core gameplay mechanics. So what is the top piece of mechanic that you have to have in your game in order for it to work the way that you want it to work? Artwork. Artwork, again, as I said earlier, is very important to a game. That is almost just as important as the engine of the game. Because without artwork, you're just going to have a whole bunch of boxes running around. And it's going to be an interesting game. I've seen games like that, and I've seen them done very, very well. But level design tools.
and level design altogether. So level design is hard. This is going to take up most of your time right here. Is the artwork and the level design. It's probably a good 60% of your game is right there. The user interface. So what happens whenever your player launches your game? What do they see? Is it just a start menu, or is it just a start button? Is there settings? Is there a pop-up screen, game over screen? This is all things that you'll probably want inside of your game. Sound. You probably won't have time to put sound inside of your game, especially if it is your first game jam and you don't know what you're doing. So these are the parts of the game that you'll probably have time to put in. Maybe sound if you're lucky. The user interface, like I said, you'll probably just have time to put in a start button and a quit button. And you'll be lucky to have that. The artwork, like I said, is going to take up probably about 60% of your time, and you're going to see exactly why here in a minute once we get into that. All right, so these are the rules for the game jam. So this is the best part of this, right? Best part of the presentation. So there's two different types of participants that we're going to have. We're going to have solo or teams. You can have up to 4 people per team maximum. No plagiarism, so you can't just steal someone else's game and throw it and claim it as yours. No copyright infringement, so you can't use the latest Beyonce song inside of your game. I'm sorry. I know it sucks, but can't do that. No DMCA. If you don't know what DMCA is, it's basically copyright, but in better terms. You have to follow the ASU handbook. That means no nudity, no blood, gore, guts, stuff like that. It has to be PG-13. Please stick to the no sexual content, no drastic violence. All right. Game must be made during the game jam event. So if you've already made a game and you're thinking that you can just upload that game for the event, no, that is against the rules. You must make most of your game between March the 23rd and March the 30th. All right. You can prepare for the game, so finding assets, finding sounds that you want to include in it, stuff like that. That is perfectly fine. But you cannot start developing the game until March the 23rd at 5 p.m. All right. Voting. So who all is going to get to vote, and what are they going to vote on? So voting, we're going to have judges. Miss Nihus, are you going to be a judge? You said that you weren't, right?
Well, I said I didn't feel like I was qualified because I've never written a game myself, so.
Yeah.
I believe it is Grant.
Grant, good.
We are also having the ASU Game Club. If everything works out, their officers will be part of the vote. And then we are having one of our event team, Garrett.
Yeah.
Do you know Garrett's last name?
Renfrew?
Yes, Garrett Renfro. If any of y'all know him, he will also be a judge. Please do not bribe the judges. We understand you want to win. They do not care, though.
Nope. All right. And then everyone else, you all get to vote as well on what your favorite game is. So that there's going to be a third category. There are 3 categories altogether: art, gameplay, and then the crowd favorite. So all of you, once you upload your game, you are allowed to go in and vote on which one is your favorite. So you get to play around with everyone else's creations. Also with itch.io, if you have not already done so, please go ahead and register an account there. That is where we are going to be hosting our official game jam. Is after this meeting, I'm going to go ahead and start that game jam, and you can register for that. What's up?
When is the meeting over?
What's that?
When is the meeting over? Can I have a bit of a first today?
Today, it's probably going to be around 7. So if you need to go, you are more than welcome to go. I'm recording this right now, as well as it's live on Twitch. And then once I get done recording this, whenever I get home, I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and I'll post the YouTube link in the Discord.
Okay.
So you'll be able to get to that. So don't worry. if you miss anything. And then if you need any help whatsoever, or you're confused on part of like what's going on, and you see me or want to get in touch with me, you can always reach out to me in the Discord or any of the events team people, any of these two bozos right here, Matthew, maybe every once in a while, if you can actually get a hold of them. So if you want to talk to any of us, feel free to reach out to us in the Discord. All right.
Wow, you spelled my name right.
All right. So when is the Game Jam starting? So the Game Jam will be starting officially on March the 23rd. So that is the Wednesday after spring break. So we're going to give you spring break to do whatever, go out, party. Just don't party too hard. And trust me, it's not fun. do not pray to the porcelain god too terribly much. You'll ruin your spring break that way. The Game Jam is going to end March the 30th at midnight. So that gives you 7 full days in order to make the game. All right?
A little extra.
Yeah. There's going to be a 1 through 5 voting system, so you're going to be able to rank everyone's game according to 1 through 5. You cannot vote on your own game multiple times. If we catch you doing this, you will be disqualified immediately and removed from the Game Jam. So don't be trying sneaky stuff, people, please. All right. The award day. So the awards, I'm trying to work on extra rewards on top of the cash prize, but there will be cash prizes for sure. So awesome. We're also going to be giving you food, drink, and then we're going to be having a little bit of a pizza party after the award ceremony. The award day is also one of my friends who works for Zoom. He works in the cybersecurity department. He's going to do a brief presentation, talk to y'all about that. So if you're interested in going into the cybersecurity field, that might be a good day to join us because he's going to be one of the presenters that I'm going to have. All right, submission is going to be through itch.io, like I said. So if you don't have an account, go ahead and register an account. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to pay for anything. All it needs is your email address. There is a student account as well. So, and you can upload as many times as you want. The game just has to be under 1 gigabyte. So as long as it's under 1 gigabyte, you're perfectly good. Remember that the Game Jam ends on the 30th. You have from the 30th until March the 5th, I think, or 6th to vote. And then we're going to have the award ceremony. Yeah, April 5th or 6th.
I'll say it should be April 5th at 11:59 is when
then that's what I think too. All right. Do we have any questions so far? Questions, comments, concerns, judgments? Throw Rotten Tomatoes at me, because,
Let's say I do find some music that is not copyrighted.
that's fine. You can use it as long as it's not copyrighted or DMCA.
Or in the case that it is copyrighted, but I do have the rights to actually use it from the person.
As long as you have the rights to use it.
Okay.
Yep. As long as you have the rights to use it, but you must prove that you have the rights to use that.
I understand.
All right. Any other questions? No? No Rotten Tomatoes at me yet, so.
You don't have to use Unity, can you? You can use like another library.
Yep. You can absolutely use any game engine that you want. You do not have to use Unity. So if you just want to throw something together in Game Maker 3D, go for it.
Build your own game engine.
Yeah, exactly. Build your own game engine. If you think you can build a game engine and a game in a week, please do. I want to see this.
Just build text in the terminal, UCS2 people. You
Yep.
already learned the terminal pretty much. You can make a good old mud game.
Yeah.
Too.
You think you want to learn code? There you go. Make a complete text-based game. I've done it before. I built an RPG that was nothing but text-based. Had a map and an inventory system, the whole 9 yards. It was pretty awesome. My friends loved it. All right, so Unity. This is the fun part. So on your computers, you should have Unity Hub. So I'm going to have everyone go ahead and open that up real quick for me. So right here, all you have to do is type in Unity, and it should open right up. Oh, hang on, I want Hub.
I don't think you opened the project.
Yeah. I meant to open up the Hub, sorry, my bad. All right, so this is what it should look like once you have Unity open. All right, so if you're looking at mine and it says no version found, what we're gonna wanna do is click right up here where it says locate. And we're gonna want to look for Unity inside of this big long list. So scroll most of the way down to the bottom and it should say Unity 2019. So right here. You'll be under install. So right here, under install, and then you'll click on locate up at the top right. All right, and then you'll go down to Unity 2019. Click on the editor. What we're looking for is unity.exe. Unity.exe. Everyone good? Anyone struggling? Anyone need help? You got it? All right, awesome. All right, I want to make sure nobody's lost, so. All right, now that we have that.
Oh, you already did. So.
Good, good. We're going to go over here to projects. All right, now that we have that.
Oh, you already did. So.
Good, good. We're going to go over here to projects. Uh-oh, what's this? Ignore my new project. That does not exist.
Please do not look at the man behind the curtain.
Yep, ignore the man behind the curtain. He does not exist.
That was mine, sorry.
No, it's fine. All right. So I'm going to go into Unity just a little bit before we go further over the actual Unity website and stuff like that real quick for you. So this is the Unity website, unity.com. Here you can find a lot of really good stuff. If you don't know anything about Unity whatsoever and you want to learn about Unity or even get a certificate in Unity, you can do that completely free. All you need to do is go to unity.com, go under learning right here, and then go to Unity Learn. So I'm going to put this inside of the chat, unity.com, learning, Unity Learn. You can get a certificate by doing this for free in Unity. And all you have to do is sign in, and then they have what's called Pathways. And this is kind of like a game, kind of, where it'll teach you all that you would ever want to know about Unity, right there. So it's really good. I love the way they have it set up and everything like that. And it links very, very well with the editor as well. So, all right, any questions about that? Yes, no, maybe so, I don't know. Who cares? Shut up, Matt. Let's go on. All right. All right, so next thing that we're going to want to do is right here where it says new, or first, before we do anything else, if you are using your personal computer and you plan on switching between your personal computer and the computers inside of the class in here or the entertainment lab, you are going to have this version of Unity. If you have any other version of Unity, it will not work. Okay? So, you can download this version of Unity from the Unity website. You can't do it from here, but you can do it from the Unity website. But if you just click on add, it's not going to advertise it right here, because these are the most up-to-date versions. The latest releases and stuff like that, they're not going to have it there. So, all right. Also, Unity Learn is right here as well. So if you don't want to go all the way to the website and you just want to learn how to do something real quick, there's a ton of different projects right here. And they have tutorials inside of each one of these projects. So if you just open up Unity Hub and just go right here, it'll show you exactly how to do anything. It's great. I love Unity. This is one of the reasons that I love Unity so much, is they're so open and helpful. All right, so the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to click on New. All right, today we will not be making 3D, we will be making 2D because there's a lot that goes into a 3D game and I don't have that much time. So we are going to be making a 2D game. I do recommend that you change the name from New Unity Project to something else, and I suggest that you change your file location. If you save it to the C drive, you will lose your game project. All right? So what we're going to want to do is click on that, and what I recommend doing is saving it to your P drive. So right here, all you have to do is click on these 3 dots right here. If you can't see, right there, 3 dots. Click on that. Scroll down to where it says this PC, and then scroll all the way down to your P drive right there. Mine says mgrist because Grist was signed into this computer, getting it all set up for me. And then you just select the file that you want in here. I do select or recommend that you create a new folder in there for all of your Unity stuff. But this is what it should look like. This way you can access this game no matter what computer at ASU you're logged into. So, all right. We're also working on getting Unity updated for 1.14 as well. So the computer lab across the hall, Belinda's working on that for us as well. So hopefully we'll get that taken care of here pretty soon. All right, next we are going to hit create. And then we're gonna wait 10 years for Unity to finally load. Yes. Yay, because it takes forever. Mine. All right, excellent. So a couple of things that I do want to go over this screen with y'all really quick. So if you don't like the layout of this screen, there's a couple of things that you can do. You can go right up here to layout, and there's several different versions that you can click. Play around with those, have fun, try them out by all means. There are all, 4-split is going to be more for 3D than 2D. Default is the one that we are currently using. 2x3 is this one right here. Wide is this one, and then tall is what this one looks like. I prefer the 2x3 split so that I can see what's inside of what my game looks like, as well as what it looks like outside of my game, and then I have everything listed right here on the side. Another thing, if you see right here where it says scenes, see how big this is. If you go right down here at the very bottom of this, you can change the size of that icon. You can make it really big or really small. I prefer it kind of like a list menu like this, so that I don't have to worry about it. If you didn't see that, it's right down here at the very bottom. This little dot right here. Right here. All right, are we good so far? Good? Everyone up? All right, so inside of the assets folder right here, we are going to right click, create folder. We are going to name this folder artwork. Okay, I'm just going to name mine art apparently. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to right click, create folder. We are going to name that script or scripts. Either one, does not matter. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to create a new scene. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. You can hit Control-N and it will create a new scene, or you can go up to File and click New Scene right here. The reason that we're doing that is we don't want that old scene that it automatically generates, because it's got funky stuff in there that'll do funky stuff to your game. So we want to get rid of that. And then we are going to save that scene. A couple of different ways is Control-S, or you can hit File, Save. Either way. Don't forget to save it inside of your P drive under scenes. So inside of the scenes folder. Go ahead and delete this sample scene. All right, and you are going to name this main, M-A-I-N. This is going to be our main scene.
Have you know, you've been there since, I think, last semester.
All right, so the next thing that what's up, bud?
Do we have to delete the first sample scene?
I do recommend deleting it because we're not going to use it for anything. You don't have to, but I do recommend doing it. So the question was, do we have to delete the sample scene? You don't have to, but I do recommend it.
Save some space on your P drive.
Yeah, save some space on your P drive because your P drive is not very big. It's only a few gigs. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to open up File Explorer. So right down here, you should have this little button right here. Looks kind of like a file. You are going to open that up. It's going to give you a window that looks something like this. You are going to go to Downloads. All right. You are going to find this file right here. This is the tile set that we downloaded from itch.io. So if you did not download that, then you need to go back and download that from itch.io. We're going to drag it into the art folder or artwork folder, whatever you named it. Just drag and drop. That's all you have to do. So take this file right here, drag, drop. You don't have to open it. All you have to do is single click it, drag it, and drop it.
So we worry about the warning in the bottom?
No, not yet. All right. So next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up that art folder. We are going to click on this and then right click on it and rename it. We are going to rename this to Atlas. Anytime we name something inside of Unity, we're going to want to use camel case. Does everyone in here know what camel case is?
First letter, lowercase,
Yep.
and then uppercase for the first letter of every word after.
Yep. So first,
It has a hump.
yep, just like a camel. So the first letter is going to be, of the word is going to be lowercase. Every other word after that is going to be uppercase. So we are going to name this Atlas. And then underscore
A
0.
Could you help me real quick?
Atlas underscore 0. All right. All right, so now that we have Atlas 0 done, we are going to go right over here to where it says inspector. So this little portion right here, where it says inspector, we are going to go where it says sprite mode right here. We are going to click where it says single on the drop down. Come on, and go to multiple, because it is not a single sprite. There is a bunch of different sprites on there. So we want to go to multiple. Pixels per unit. We are going to change this from 100 to 16. All right. Then right down here, right under advanced under filter mode, we are going to change this from bilinear to point. All right. Any questions, comments, concerns? Everyone up to this point? We good? All right. Excellent. Excellent. All right. We are going to then go to Sprite Editor right here, right in the center, in between the two. Sprite Editor right here. Click on that, and you are going to apply. You're going to have a window that looks something like this pop up. Don't click anywhere just yet. I'm going to wait for everyone to get this popped up. All right, some basic movements inside of this editor. Mouse wheel goes in and out, just like this. Right click will move around the picture, just like this. so will middle mouse button. We'll move it around. All right. Right click. If you left click, you're going to create a sprite out of it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
All right, so I want everyone to zoom down here to the little, nice little characters down here. And anyone except for these knights right here, I want you to pick one. And what I want you to do is click, left click, and drag around one. Does not matter which one, don't care, your choice, any of them that you choose. All right, and you're gonna have a nice little box that pops up right down here in the bottom right-hand corner that says Sprite. All right, in there, what we are going to do is we are going to rename this to player_0. Player_0. All right, and we are going to change the width and the height to 16. The width and the height to 16. So right here, width and height to 16, right here. All right, so now that we have our little character dude selected,
Just make sure it's in there.
all right, what you're gonna wanna do is do not click on the little tiny circle in the middle. If you do, you're gonna mess up your sprite and you're gonna have to delete that box and start from scratch, okay? So do not click on the little circle right in the middle of the dude. This little box right here. You see that little circle? Don't click on it. So, but if you want to move your box, you can click anywhere inside of the box except for that little circle and move it over any of the characters. And as long as he is within there, that is fine. So if you don't like the character that you selected, you can just move that box wherever you want. As long as he fits within that 16 by 16 box.
What happens if they hit the circle?
If you hit the circle, you have to delete your sprite and start over. And which is pretty simple. All you have to do is delete key with the box selected, make a new box, and then make sure that it is size 16 by 16. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to zoom out. We're going to move up here and zoom back in on these floor tiles right here. All right, and we're gonna create a whole bunch of boxes now. We're gonna name them all kinds of stuff. So just make a random box, and you want it 16 by 16, no, not 256, I said 16.
Size 1.
There we go.
There we go, okay. This keyboard hates me. All right, it's all good. All right, and you are going to place it right there in that corner. A 16 by 16 box right in that corner. Next, what we are going to do is we are going to change the name of it to floor tile. Don't forget to use camel case. _0. Floor tile _0. All right. So the next part is going to be, you're going to find out exactly why it takes so long to do art in 2D games. As we need to copy and paste all of these tiles into a 16 by 16 grid. All right, so there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. You can create a new one just by doing this every single time. Go in here and adjust it manually, 16 by 16. Do not recommend, that is the slow way. And then change the name manually as well. Hello? What? Okay. Or what you can do is you can copy the name, paste it in here, and then just change it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth. All right. And then once you have the new one named, you can hit Control D and it duplicates it and you just move it over. And then all you have to do is Control V into the name and then type the next thing. That simple. And then click on it again, Control D. and it duplicates it again.
At this moment, I realize I hate tiles.
Do what?
At this moment, I realize I hate tiles.
Yes. Yes, tiles are fun.
This is why we made you do it, Matt.
Yep, this is. All right, so we are going to want to do this entire section right here. What I like to do is I will select everything that I'm going to be doing, and then I go back through and I rename it all. So this is the section that we are doing. So you are going to want 12 of these all together. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 by 3 is 12. And I want all 12 of those floor tiles.
Control D. So is there any particular reason you're going with a naming convention where it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, et cetera, instead of a coordinate system like 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 1, 0?
No, no reason. You could do it either way.
Okay.
It's just for simplicity's sake.
I thought maybe Unity might be able to like interpret it in a particular.
No. I mean, they probably could. I'm just not that smart of a person to figure that out, so. All right, now we are going to want to make one of the black squares sitting right here in the middle. And that we are going to name background. Maybe, if it actually lets me. No? No, you're not gonna let me? Okay, cool. Again, _0. There's a method to all of my madness, I promise. All right, I don't see any hands go up, so I'm gonna assume so. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna select these. We're gonna scroll up just a little bit from right here up to this top left-hand corner. And we're gonna select all 9 of these tiles, just like I have selected right here. Same thing, except we are going to use a different naming method. All right, so this I'm going to name wall top left _0.
Which one is it called?
Wall top left _0.
You literally read it, I do that?
Yep.
No, I don't. You're lying to yourself.
You actually.
So right here,
No,
wall top left _0. All right, the reason that I'm naming all 3 of these tiles differently is because if you look right here on the very left-hand side, there's a line that goes all the way down this wall, right here. All right, we don't want that in the middle of our tile because it's gonna look janky and broken up, and instead of nice and solid piece of wall, it's just gonna look weird. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the right, except we are going to name it wall top right _0 with this tile right here that is selected. What I do is I just select copy, select paste, and change this to right. All right. And then once we get to the center one, we are going to name that wall top center. Imagine that naming convention. Wall top center. All right. Once we get that named, we're going to move down and we're going to name the actual wall itself. So all we're going to do is take out the top part. So wall left 0, wall right 0, wall center 0. So this one is going to be wall left, wall center, and then wall right. Or what we can name this is wall floor tile.
Ah, yeah, I was wrong. My bad, guys. Come on, that was so nice. You had your top, your wall, and then your I guess floor. Wall. Floor.
Tile. Maybe.
Dang, I just misled everyone. I'm sorry, guys.
I mean, I already had that type before you said it, so it makes sense.
It does, it does. But it's not actually a wall, it's It's a floor tile.
No, this is not a floor, bro. Yo, click on this one. This is not a floor.
Underscore
This one is this one, right?
underscore 0. 0, thank you. All three of them.
See, that's why I'm saying yours is weird.
So all three of these, you don't have to worry about right, left, and center. For these, you just have to put them as maybe.
Is it 0, 1, 2? Yes.
All right, do not close out of this. What you want to do is apply instead of closing out of this.
You close out of it, all your hard work is gone.
Yep, and you have to redo everything. So you want to apply and then close out of it.
What happened?
Package?
After we load it out of it.
Yep, after you apply, then you can close out of it. If you don't hit apply, you have to go back and do all of that all over again. It is not fun. Yeah, once you hit apply up in the top right-hand corner, you can close it out. But you don't want to close it out before you hit apply. So basically what we just did is we created a whole bunch of little tiny tiles right here. So if you hover over the assets and click on the drop down arrow, you should have a whole bunch of little listed tiles. So what we want to do is we want to find our player, which is this guy right here. For me, he might be in a completely different spot for you.
Oh, yeah, this part.
And drag and drop it into your window. Maybe.
I got something.
Pros and lines.
And yay, we have a character on the screen. Yay, character. Woohoo. Game's done, right? Yeah. That's it. Back it up. Let's go. All right. So the next thing that we're going to want to do, now that we have a nice little character on our screen,
I was about to say, don't hold.
everyone ready? Next part, give me thumbs up. Thumbs up. All right, good. All right, so the next thing that we're going to want to do is right here in the hierarchy, we're going to right click, go down to 2D object, tile map, and make a tile map. So go ahead and click on it. So how I did that was right click, 2D object, tile map. All right, and it should create a grid right here for you. You're going to want to click on that drop down menu, that little arrow where it shows the tile map. You're going to right click on this and you're going to rename it. And we are going to rename that to background.
You just made a grid object.
Yeah. All right. Next thing that we're going to do is we are going to right click on grid. We are going to go down to 2D object, tile map again, and click on it. We're going to make another tile map. All right. We are going to right click on this, rename, and then we are going to go to floor. All right. Same thing again. Right click on grid, 2D object, tile map. Right click on tile map, rename. This one is going to be called decor. All right, and then we are going to right click on grid one last time. Go down to 2D object, tile map, right click, rename. We are going to name this collision.
It's an S map.
Ignore my terrible, terrible spelling, okay?
Coalition.
I swear we will get you to pass English. I swear it, even if it kills me.
Look, all right? I am terrible at spelling. I do not care. No shame whatsoever. That is what God made autocorrect for. All right? That is what spell check is for, okay?
At least you were not using, what is it, Siri to turn your voice into words.
This is true. I am not.
People do that.
Yep. All right. So now that we've got these 4 things, why do we think that we created these 4 tile maps? Can anyone tell me?
So they put the all up to there?
Yep. So that we can do different layers. So the first thing that we're going to want to do, or the next thing that we're going to want to do, is go up here to Window. Right here at Window. Going to go down to 2D. We're going to go down to Tile Palette. And you can connect this anywhere that you want to. I'm going to put it right here at my game screen. That is where I suggest that you do it as well. So if you don't know where I went to Window, 2D, Tile Palette. Window, 2D, Tile Palette. All right, so this is where we're going to create our tiles, our tile palettes. Everyone good? Caught up? Do I need to wait? Good. All right, awesome. Right here where it says create new palette, we're going to go ahead and click on that. We are going to name this background. All right, you're going to have a file pop up. We're going to go to our P drive. Going to go to our, whatever you named it, your folder for where you're putting all of this. Come on. I know, I'm sorry, everyone. Come on. Yeah, mine too. We broke it. There we go.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
Right. Choo choo. All right, new. All right. Whatever you named your project.
I'm pretty sure you're project 1.
No.
We're going to go into assets. We're going to go into art. You are going to create a new folder under art. So right click, new folder. You are going to name this new folder tile.
Alright, it's not good.
Yeah, Ed, I'm sorry. It's going to take a minute.
Yeah.
Wait for the chain to catch up.
Surely the computer does work.
You can reselect it.
How?
How do you reselect it?
Yeah, like, where's the option? I'm not seeing it.
Hang on just a sec. Select folder. Select folder. All right. Background. All right, now that we have our background tile, is everyone good? Thumbs up. All right, excellent, excellent. All right, so we're going to find our tile, our black tile. Well, actually, first, we need to click right here where it says active tile map. So right here. And we want to make sure that background is selected. So click right here, active tile map, background. All right, background is also selected right here.
It doesn't matter. Like,
All right, and then we are going to take our background, our black tile that we have right here. We are going to click and drag right here.
Oh, it worked.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So once you get this pop-up window, what you're going to want to do is you are going to want to save this in tiles. Yep. In the folder that we just created.
Okay.
You're going to want to save that in the folder that we just created.
We name it that well.
It should auto name, but yes.
Okay. I'll start Googling now. Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
All right. All right. Awesome. Is someone watching the stream? Okay. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't need to mute something up here. All right. So, continuing on from where we left off, is everyone ready? You're still leading. I'll give you a couple of minutes to get caught up. Oh, okay. All right. I'll hang back and like get you caught up. That's fine. I'll hang back after we're done and like get you caught up and everything like that. So, all right. So we've all got a character in the scene, right? We've all got our little tile map thing set up, correct? All right. So everyone's looking kind of like mine, where we have the tile palette open. All right. So continuing on. So now what we're going to want to do is we're going to give our little guy a background. So we're going to zoom out, and that's just middle mouse button, or not middle mouse button, but middle mouse scroll wheel. Yeah. We're going to zoom out pretty far. All right. We're going to make sure that our active tile map is background, and that our tile map right here says background as well. Right here. Then we are going to click on the box. All right, and there's a couple of different options right here. You'll see a paintbrush. So the paintbrush is just going to do a paintbrush thing. You know, your typical thing. What we want is the box right next to it. What that's going to do for us is we're going to be able to select an entire thing. Oh no, my little player disappeared. Don't worry, we'll fix that here in just a minute. So he's just underneath the background, so we'll just need to add him to a separate layer, to a higher layer. So we want to make it pretty big, that way it's outside of the camera, and if we move around inside of the camera, we don't see any gray space or anything like that. So however big you want to make it, that's fine. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is that's the background. We want to go to our floor. So we're going to create another new palette, create, and floor. See, the computer's working here so much better. So much better. All right, we're going to select tile again, and we are going to select that tile. All right. All right. All right. So now that we're good there, we're going to go ahead and on our active tile map, we're going to select floor. And then on here, we're going to select floor as well. And we don't have any sprites in the tile map right there, right? So what we want to go and do is open up our atlas. And we want to select all these floor tiles. We're going to take them, we're going to drag them, and we're going to drop them right here.
Do you like have hold control?
Shift. Yeah, so you can click on the first one, hold shift, click on the last one, and then just drag and drop. Right. And then you just click on the select the folder of tiles, select folder, and it'll generate all of them.
Oh yeah, this is way faster.
Yeah, this is way faster. See, these computers are meant to do this kind of stuff. So, all right, and you'll notice something about these floor tiles. They're all kind of mixed up and jumbled. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to fix that before we start getting started on actually doing anything with these floor tiles. So you can actually drag and drop or drag these windows like this to make them bigger or smaller. So that's what I'm going to do is drag it, make it a little bit bigger. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start moving on. All right. So now we want to fix these tiles because they look kind of janky and we don't really know where they go. So what we're going to do is we're going to click right here where it says edit. So right here where it says edit. All right. And this also takes a lot of time. All right. So what we're going to do is we want to edit this
we are going to hit this select button right here. And then we have to move each individual tile one by one. So we have to select it, or we can also select entire rows just like this. But then you have to click on the move key and move it down. Or move it to the right, move it to the left. Then you have to do that again.
Oh, like a puzzle.
Yeah, something like that. And then a couple of really good key or hotkeys for this is S and M. So S to select, M to move.
And then edit again to save.
What's that?
Edit again to save.
Yes, edit again to save that. All you have to do is hit edit again. Thumbs up. All right, good, excellent. So now we can actually start doing stuff with this. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of zoom in a little bit around the camera. We're gonna have our select mode active. We're gonna select one of these tiles, doesn't matter which one, and you can just kind of start drawing places. Huh? Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh no. There we go. Okay.
And you have to be out of edit mode, right? So
Yes, you do have to be out of edit mode to do this. So we just want to kind of draw a couple of little lines here. Doesn't matter. Just something on the graph.
Okay, so you little mouse person. Select which tile you want to draw.
What's up?
can you override something?
Yes, you can override it if you click on it.
So then you go to your
You got it, Dig?
okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not forced. Hey man, did you already do
So if it's not painting for you, don't worry. We're gonna make some layers right now. So what we're gonna do is we are going to go to each one of these grids. We're gonna click on background first. All right. We're gonna go right over here to sorting layer under tile map render, sorting layer. And then we're going to click where it says default on the little drop down arrow. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a sorting layer. All right. So we're going to go to background, tile map render, sorting layer, click on default, add sorting layer. Good, 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 good. All right. Awesome. So we're going to click on the add, and then we're going to do the same four. Yep. Same thing. Same difference. We're going to do background, floor, decor, collision, and actor as well. So we're going to have 5 all together. Background, floor, decor, collision, and actor. Correct. All right, so yours should just look just like this. Yep, actor. Because it's not just for the player. It's for it could be for enemies, something that you're going to want to walk on top of your floors and walls and stuff like that. So, yes, the order does matter. So the order does matter. You're going to want it in the same order that I have mine. So you want background, floor, decor, collision, and actor.
So then we're going to click back over here, click back on background. And then we're going to go back to our sorting layer and we're going to click on background for the background. Then we're going to go to floor, click on floor for floor. Go to decor, we're going to click on decor for decor. Collision, we're going to click on collision. And then we're going to do something different. We're going to click on player. And right here where it says sorting layer, under sprite render, under sorting layer, we're going to add actor. And boom, my guy's back. Woohoo! All right, so next thing that we're going to do is we are going to collect and make a new tile palette. Another one. Yes, I know. We're going to name this one Decor. Imagine that. Create. Under tiles, select. Guess what we're going to put in Decor? All the walls. If we had like other types of decor, so such as like objects or anything like that, this is also where we'd put this.
Okay. No, mine was
Yours looks weird? Yeah, so does mine. Don't worry, we'll fix it.
Oh, you can't really tell between the left, middle, and bottom of the
You can.
ground. Is there something on the
Oh, on the ground? No, no.
Yeah,
That-
I guess.
Yeah, no. That's why on the ground we didn't really matter too much.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm not even going to add these in here. I'm just going to delete them.
Click the rails. And then click it.
Why are you? Okay, sure. I don't know why you're a 3x3, but okay. All right, are we good? All right, so let's go ahead and move around these tiles to where they actually make sense. So same thing as earlier, we click edit. All right, S to select, M to move,
No.
S to select, M to move, S to select, oh, M to move, S to select, M to move, S to select, M to move. All right. So they should look kind of like this, where you have a bar on the left, bar on the right, and then nothing in the center. So they look all connected and nice and neat. Moving on up. All right, so next thing that we're going to do is we're going to learn how to get rid of all these extra tiles that we just have randomly made throughout. So it's pretty easy. Just make sure that you're not in edit mode. Click on the little eraser button right here. So right here, little eraser button, and click on the tiles that you want to get rid of. But you have to make sure that you're in the right one. There we go. There you go. Done. Super simple, super easy. You can delete whatever you want. All right, now that we've cleaned up our map just a little bit, so now we're going to go ahead and add some floors, or some walls, sorry, not floors. Yep, floors and walls. So we're going to go to our active tile map. We're going to go to decor. Make sure that we're also on our decor preset right here. We're going to select on one of the walls, and same thing as always, just click and drag. So how I'm going to do mine is I'm going to have all the left ones on this side, all the right ones on this side, all the top right here, I think, right there. Put this one right here and right. Let me scroll out just a little bit right there, and right there, and right there. And then I put this right There. And just like so. Excellent. Then I can do some walls right there. All right. Now that we have some walls on our map, everyone good? Good, 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 good. All right, let's add some fun stuff now. So next thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to the Discord.
So go on your browser, open up Discord and log in.
So what you're going to want to download from the Discord is right here in resources. And it's this right here, CS Club Free Assets. Good, good. Okay, so moving on. We should have this downloaded, right?
Yes.
All right. Does everyone know how to extract a file? If not, I will show you real quick. So what you're going to do is right down here where it says this, go ahead and click on the button. Open, show in folder. You'll have a little pop-up. All right. You'll right-click on it. Extract all. All right. Should open up another folder that looks like this. So what we're going to do with these is we are going to take, oh, come on, open up for me. There you are. We're going to take this camera motor and player movement, both of them, and drag them into our scripts folder in Unity, right here. Do we all have those two documents inside of our scenes or inside of our scripts folder?
Yes.
Yes? All right. So now we're going to click on our player. We're going to add components. And we're going to add three components altogether. First component is going to be Box Collider 2D. Box Collider 2D. So this is right here, over here. Sorry, I probably should have explained this. So under the inspector, you're going to click on Add Component right down here at the bottom. Add Component, and then Box. All you have to do is top Box Collider, and it should pop up and where you want the 2D Box Collider. The next one is Rigid Body, RIG, and it should pop right up. Yep, 2D, Rigid Body 2D. All right, now that we've got that, we're going to add one more, and we're going to add the player movement script. So player movement, and it'll be this one right here. Player movement. All right, so now you'll notice a couple of things inside of this script. The first one is move speed. The next one is player's rigid body script. All right, so what we want to do is we want to take our player right here from the hierarchy. We want to drag and drop him into there.
So use like the arrow key?
Yep, you can do arrow or WASD. But if you press play right now, go ahead and press play. Up at the very top, right here, where it says play, or you see the little button.
Off of power. Wait, off of power, errors have to be fixed.
Yep. So if you'll notice, he's just going to start falling off the screen. Yep. Yep. He's stuck in quicksand. That is interesting. All right, so go ahead and stop that. And you can increase how fast he is by changing the movement speed.
All right, but first, we want to stop him from falling off the screen. So we're going to want to go to the rigid body, all right, inside the player. And we're going to go down to constraints right here. Right here where it says constraints. And we're going to freeze rotation on the Z-axis. Might be Y. Oh, it's Y-axis, sorry. You know, worky work. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Okay. Sorry, I'm a dum-dum. We don't need to freeze the axis. What we need to do is take away gravity. I'm sorry. So what we need to do is under rigid body, right down here where it says gravity scale, we want to turn that to 0. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the wrong thing. I apologize. That's my bad. So we don't want to freeze any of the axes. We just want to remove the gravity scale. All right, and now if we press play, now he should move up, down, left, right, anywhere that we want. Yay, even off the map. Yep. So now we're going to fix that to where he doesn't move off the map. All right, so we're going to click on the main camera. Then we're going to add component. Then we're going to click on camera motor and add that to here. So now we're going to add the camera motor to the main camera. So you'll click on main camera, add component, and then you just type in cam, and it should be camera motor right there. All right. For the Z axis, you want that at -10. Because that's going to put it above everything else. All right. For where it says player, we're going to do the same thing that we did for rigid body. We're going to drag and drop player 0 into there. All right. And now if we press play, the camera should move the character or follow the character. Yay! All right, so everyone stop playing the game. What? So the reason that we want to stop playing it is because if we make any edits to the game while we're in play mode, those edits won't save. So we don't want to be playing it while we're making edits to it. So we got the camera script attached, right? And we got the movement script attached. Great. So the last thing, very last thing that we need to do is contain the player within this box. Make sure that the walls are actually walls. So how we're going to do this is we are going to select our active tile map and change it to collision. We are also going to create a new palette named collision. With an S. Correct. No, I'm going to make mine with a T. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. I do what I want. All right. Now we're going to take and randomly select some weird off-the-wall pixels of some sort out of our art. So we want to reopen our sprite editor and pick something that's going to be obvious. Let me see here. I'm going to select this box right here. Because it's going to be 16 by 16. Okay. And I'm going to name this random. You don't have to name, you can just name it whatever you want. This is just a test thing. All right. And then I'm going to apply. Apply. Close. So we should be here.
Oh, okay. How did you do all this?
So what I did was I went to the tile editor and I selected a random sprite. I selected this box. Wyatt selected the bomb, and that's hilarious. You can select anything in here as long as you can tell it apart from everything else. All right, make it a 16 by 16 object. All right, we want this under collision. We also created a new palette called collision as well. All right, and then I just took that random item, dragged and dropped into the palette. Yeah, so you're not going to be able to see it. So once we get that done, is we're going to go ahead and select it, and we're going to overwrite this over our walls. Just like we've been adding other things, make sure that you are on the collision layer. All right, now that I have mine over my walls. All right, so now that we've got our walls outlined with this, what we're gonna do is we are going to click under grid on collision. We're gonna add a component. We are going to add the box collider, 2D. Yep. And then under where it says tile map render, right here, tile map render, right here. See this little box right here with the check mark? We're gonna uncheck that. All right. And we want this sorting layer to be the same as the actor.
Oh, there we go.
Sorting layer, same as the actor. All right, and now you shouldn't be able to walk through walls.
Well, on top of the
I'm above my thing.
Oh, okay. I did it wrong. I'm sorry. We want rigid body, not box collider.
Oh, there we go. That's right. So.
Yeah.
On your collision.
I'm sorry. That's my bad. I'm tired. Rigid body 2D, not box collider. I'm sorry, guys. Just remove it. So what you can do is, if you see this little gear right here, click on that and remove component. So just remove the box collider. So the little gear off to the side where it says box collider, remove component. And then add the rigid body 2D. And that should work. Oh, okay. I figured it out. Tucker told me. All right, I remember now. So remove both the rigid body and the box collider. And we want tile map.
Okay.
Tile map collider 2D is what it is. Tile map collider 2D.
Wait. Which way?
So go to remove the box collider and rigid body. And we want tile map collider 2D. Thank you, Tucker. I appreciate it.
Oh, did you watch on Watch?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
There we go. Yay, now we have an actual game.
You might
Any guesses as to what it might be called in the
Oh,
next version?
that's great.
Tile map collider. Yay, you built your first game. Freeze your Z-axis. I'm sorry. I forgot to say that. So what you'll need to do is go down to click on your player after you stop playing. So click on your player, go to rigid body 2D, and click on Z-axis. Freeze rotation Z-axis. And now we won't spin all over the place. You can shorten how small the camera is. So if you want the camera super zoomed in and you want to make a maze, all you have to do is click on the main camera and select size. And it'll change. So I recommend 4. That's probably the best for like these types of games.
2?
No. 4 is what I recommend.
Really small way?
Yeah. One you'll just see your character, and that's about it. All right, that's your game. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Y'all are great. Sorry about all the problems, and sorry it took like way longer than it should have. Like 2 hours longer than it should have. I'm so sorry about that.
And don't forget to vote. Don't forget to vote on the theme. If
Yep.
you haven't already, and use your Discord name.
Make sure to fix the.
Yeah, I fixed the racing. Yeah, I took out two.
Did the previous votes fix, stay there even if?
So I kept the top racing. I deleted the other two. So
Yeah, what I mean is, if I already voted, does all my results still stay?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So when is the next one?